I'm about to give you advice, cause it's time for my mother in advice. I'm about to give you advice. It's time for my mother in advice. Oh yeah. Because I grew up on 80s commercials. Get with it. Get gone. All right, you guys. I'm back for MFN advice. Let's go ahead and get into the letters. Okay? Because I'm only gonna do 3. Okay, I'm only gonna do 3. We're gonna do 3 and get in and get out, honey. I don't have time to spend so much time on these videos. I'm ovulating. Okay, so I've been married for 5 years to my husband. However, we've been together for 14 years. We have a big family. We have 3 children together. However, we both had children before we got together. Me 1, him 4, of course. I'm just saying, men are always impregnating the world, So in total, we have 8 kids. Only 4 live in the home with us. A year after my husband and I got together, he was locked up for 4 years. When he got locked up, I was also pregnant with our first child, which, as you can imagine, was very difficult to give birth and raise a baby alone for the first 4 years. Girl, yeah, hurt my heart. However, I decided to stand by his side and be a ride or die chick. Thump, thump. During the 4 years, I made it very clear I was not about this life. I'm not accustomed to jail visitation, putting money on bucks, or anything that comes with that life. I'm not that girl. When he came home, he hit the ground running. He was employed with a very good job, and we decided to get married 2 years after he was released from prison. Girl, I don't know why you asking me for my advice. Okay, this letter is well written. You seem to know what you're doing. I don't know what you need me for. Here is where the story takes a left. Oh, right about here. 1 year after we were married, he began talking to other females via Facebook. Oh, and via text message. Yes, I said females more than 1. This was devastating to me. I was simply crushed and very hurt. However, I decided to stay. By this time, our family had grown. We now had 2 more children together. And girl, let me just say this. Social media will ruin a good relationship. It really will. It's too much conversation accessible to people. And I feel like what ends up happening is y'all kind of go through a spell of getting bored with one another. So men think I'm going to go and talk to somebody else and then bring that excitement back to my relationship, and that's not what happens. Okay, but ultimately talking to other people is not exactly cheating. So girl, ain't nobody expecting you to leave your husband and your baby father for no messages on Facebook that don't include penis pics. Okay, like I'm just saying. But back to the letter. By this time, our family had grown. We now had 2 more children together. I would say that's why I decided to stay for the kids. But that's not the only reason. I love him. The situation with texting other females was on and off for about 2 years, and we seemed to be in a good place until now. About 3 weeks ago, he was charged with some serious charges and now is facing more jail time. He has been employed the entire 10 years. He's been home from jail. However, he went back to an old habit for extra money. Here is where I need the advice. Should I stay, considering our rocky history with him texting other women and with him now possibly going back to jail after I made it very clear I was not a ride or die chick? Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Many blessings to you. Okay. So I got a cousin that had a similar situation to this. And I'm going to tell you, based off of her situation, I'm going to tell you what I think you should do. Because I think it's so easy to tell somebody, girl, leave that man. Girl, run. Okay? But talking through text and fucking are not the same thing. Period. So I just kind of feel like it depends on, what was said in the messages and, what was really going on there. But I'm going to just say that in my cousin's situation, it was that. It wasn't just talking. Okay. And what she ended up doing was, old man went to jail for an extended period of time. Okay. Old ways to make money. Okay. Work ain't honest, but it pay the bills. Yes, it does. What you gonna do when they come for you? Had to give y'all a little Erykah Badu right quick because it went with it, the other side of the game, okay? Do I really want my baby? Brother, tell me, Bondy, what to do. Girl, let me tell you, okay? I think that if you want to keep in contact and stay on a certain level with your husband, I think that you are entitled to do that. Like you said, you love him. So if you want to put money on his books, if you want to have, conversations when you feel like conversations, but at the same time, be out here living your life, that's a conversation that y'all should have, and that is something that you should do. If y'all can do that, and he will probably be talking to whoever he'll be talking to on Facebook while he in jail because he ain't got nothing else to do. So everybody needs to be clear about what they doing in this situation. But if you want to jet, sis, jet, okay? Like, a part of the agreement is that you don't go back to jail. Because you said you wasn't about that life. You said that. So now you shouldn't have to repeat yourself again. If you don't want to stay in this shit show of a situation, then don't. And damn sure don't do it for the kids. Because guess what? He's not there for the kids because he's in jail. Okay? So if I was you, I would go and live my life. And when he got out of jail, if we felt like revisiting this situation, then I would revisit the situation. But if he got out of jail and I felt like a divorce was appropriate, or even before he got out of jail, if I felt like a divorce was appropriate, then you are entitled to do that, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. You didn't get him put in jail. You ain't had no pause of what got him put in jail. So I think that it's up to you ultimately, but I'm giving you license to do whatever you feel like doing. And if that's staying with your man and being loyal, great. If that's staying with your man and doing what you won't do because you not in jail, he is. If you want to be out here living your best life and wait for him to get out of jail to see what you want to do and still put money on the books, child, that's up to you. And I wouldn't be mad at you for it, but my cousin waited for her man to get out of jail, but she, kind of lived her life. She lived her life. When he got out, they, got back into it. It was a little struggle at first, but ultimately, them people still married. Them people still together. Okay? So it's doable. So I'm going to just say that there's a way that you can handle this that's not so cut and dry. Okay? But girl, make the decision that's best for you at the end of the day, and don't feel bad about whatever decision that you make. On to the next letter. So first, let me start off by saying that I love your content and channel. Haven't been subscribed that long. Found you through Alex, my baby. Okay. But I value your opinion and wanted to hear your advice on something. I'm 27 years old, unmarried, no children, and have never lived alone. I have yet to be in a long-term relationship because I have a lot to work on with myself. I grew up in a very toxic household that scarred me mentally. So therapy is a must before I marry and begin having children. However, I'm at a place in my life where I'm yearning for companionship. I used to feel as long as I'm working on me, I should remain single. But my journey to finding myself is much longer than expected. And keeping it 100, I'm lonely. I'm not trying to get married just yet, but I also feel like this constant loneliness is nagging at me. Should I just find a hobby and hold on to my first mind by remaining single until I'm completely mentally ready, or go with my heart and just dive back into the dating game? I also want to add that I have been celibate for a little under 4 years, so it's not about sex. I just want someone that genuinely wants to be with me, flaws and all, while I continue to work on me. Am I asking too much? No, you're not asking too much. I think that it is asking too much to assume that you can, heal all of your childhood wounds and get yourself together without companionship. Like, I'm just saying, girl, that's ridiculous. No, get out here and date. Like, a part of finding yourself is enjoying your life and not waiting until some magical moment happens in order for you to feel like it's time to start doing whatever you want to do. No, girl, you are 27 years old. Get out here and live, date, have a good time, but keep in your first mind that you and your mental and emotional health are what is most important. And no man, no peen, or anything else should get in the way of that. So whoever you decide to deal with, be in a relationship with, if at any point it starts to feel toxic, if at any point it starts to feel like something that you don't want to deal with, you should feel free to let it go. Just feel free to let it go. I'm not saying run from situations. Like if you're really in love with somebody and shit ain't perfect, I'm not saying run from the relationship. But I'm saying that, like Judge Lynn said, don't be out here making allowances and hurting yourself so that you can just have somebody. Bump all of that. Okay, date people, enjoy your life, have a good time. If you want to keep it light, keep it light. And if you find somebody that you want to deep dive with them. Like you said, this journey is long and we're all trying to heal up things and deal with problems we didn't even know we had until we get to certain points in our lives. It's all growth. No matter where you get in life, you're going to be growing no matter what. Until you die, you're going to be growing. So, girl, get out here and live your life. And, you don't have to, test the waters, but test the waters, That's all I'm saying, girl. Live your life. Okay, on to the next letter. So to make a long story short, I am 20 years old and I live with my boyfriend, and we also have a 6-month-old baby. A couple months back, a person from his past has come back because his older sister has become best friends with the girl after she found out I was pregnant. His sister has made it clear that she doesn't care for me. When I found out I was pregnant, she began to act very different towards me, including her brother. I've dealt with pettiness from females in high school, but I didn't expect this from his family. She has told this girl that she should have been the one that was having her brother's baby and that I didn't deserve him. Mind you, I have done nothing to hurt his sister. I'm trying my best to be the bigger person and not make it harder. And the last thing I would want is my man to feel like he has to choose between his family at home and his family he's known his whole life. I was trying not to overthink things, but now his sister brings this girl around and talks about this other girl when I'm not around. Oh, and they live in the same apartment complex. This bothers me because of the history that he has with this girl. Every time when my boyfriend and I have a disagreement, his sister seems happy. She'll come and pick him up and spend the whole day with him, or she'll make slick remarks around me. She's extremely passive aggressive. She has told their family a bunch of negative things about me, and most of them are lies. She encouraged me to get an abortion when I found out I was pregnant. She said she was protecting her brother because we weren't ready. Mind you, she's a single mother and she had her daughter at the exact same age that I had mine. I don't understand her and why she hates me so. Please help. I look forward to your advice. Okay. So I'm just going to say that sis needs to mind her fucking business. I'm going to put that out there. That'll be my last F-bomb of the video because I need to make sure I make money on this because they're out here flagging. Okay. But sis needs to mind her business. And the conversation that you need to have is with your man. He needs to understand how you feel and he needs to correct his sister. This is not even really a conversation that you need to have with that bitch, okay? You need to remain above board. At the end of the day, you are the woman. She's not. He ain't with her. He with you. Okay? You the woman that got the baby. She not. That sister is terrible and you just don't need to have any energy for her. Like, hey and bye is all you should ever have to say to her. That's all you should ever have to say to sis. I'm sorry. She ain't the one to depend on to watch your baby. She ain't the one that's going to be there and help you with the baby shower. So just get it out your mind and stop worrying about her. And you need to let him know how you feel and that he needs to say something to her. At least tell her to stop disrespecting you in front of your face. And also, stop trying to push his ex on him as if he's not in a relationship. Because, baby girl, making your brother a cheating ass nigga is not doing him any favors. It's flaw. It's tacky. It's disrespectful. It's bad karma, okay? And it's just, hella ratchet. Like, girl, where is your man? Worry about your man. Where's yours? Worry about him. Stop acting like your brother is your old man. You don't get to dictate who he's with or who he has children with. So, sis, have a conversation with your man. Like, be sure what you're asking of him. I need you to say this. I need you to do this, because you know these niggas is slow. So you got to break it down for him verbatim, A, B, and C. Okay? Make it easy for him. Make him understand where you are bothered and what you need for him to do. And let that be what it is. And stop worrying about her. Don't have no conversation for her. Don't worry about what she's saying to other people. You just be the person that you are. And if his family wants to be affected by lies, that is up to them. Okay, that is up to them. But you are dealing with the man and not his family. It's great. It's awesome when you get along with your person's family. That's great. But ultimately, it is not needed, because some people don't even get along with their own damn family. Okay, and you need to be clear about whether he's going to be a punk about this situation. Meaning, are you going to man up and correct your sister, or are you going to sit on the sidelines and let me argue and fight with her while I'm pregnant? Because that's some flaw, pussy ass shit. Like, I'm, sorry that I had to say it, lack of a better term. Pussy ass shit. That's what I feel like about that. So, yeah. I know you having a baby for this man. I know you love this man. Okay? So, have that conversation. Read your room. But ultimately, don't nobody want to be with a man that they got to not only fight with an ex, but I got to worry about your sister trying to help you get into the ex. Like, that's too much. That's too much. So he needs to fix this. This is on him. Okay? So bring him this conversation. Bring him your worries. Be direct. Be clear. Don't talk too much. This, that, and that. That's it. If he can fix that, great. If he can't, then you need to, readjust. I don't know what that might mean for you, because I don't think you're going anywhere while you're pregnant for this man's baby. But I'll be damned if you're going to let your sister stress me out while I'm pregnant with your baby. And I'll be damned if your sister thought it was okay for her to tell me that I needed to get an abortion, because we not ready. Who the hell is ever ready? Nobody's ever ready. Okay? Nobody's ever ready. I'm 31 years old. I'm trying to get pregnant. Not ready. Not ready. This house ain't where I need it to be. My bank account ain't where it needs to be. YouTube ain't where I need it to be. Nothing is where I need it to be. I'm not ready. Okay? But I want this. So if it happens, great. If it doesn't, we gave it the old college try. But, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Such is life. But I hope, I hope everything resolves itself. I hope he is the man that you need him to be. And he protects you and your mental and emotional health while you are carrying his child, because that is what is the most important thing. Okay? That's it. That's all. All right, y'all. I'll do one more. And then I'm skedaddling. Okay? Hey, Bondi. Hey, I'm 27. Okay. Hey, Bondi. Hey, girl. I'm a 27-year-old female from Connecticut by way of New Orleans. Okay. Sorry. Such a visceral thing on the inside. Okay. Anyway, I'm in school full-time and work full-time. I own a house in NOLA in New Orleans. While I'm happy explore the city, travel, party, etc., I struggle with finding a man. I would like your opinion on what I should do. I'm a good person with a good heart, very driven and focused. I cook, clean, work out, and everything in between. I'm a free spirit, a free person in general. While I do have a few friends who I'm very close to, I've noticed they struggle with finding men too. I'm not on a hunt or anything, but at the same time, I know what I want, I know what I like, and I don't want to settle. Where do I start and what should I do? Thank you for your time in advance. Okay. So I just kind of feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just because you want to have a significant other doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything wrong. Be fabulous. Live your life. But open yourself up. Like, pray on it, meditate on it, on opening yourself up to attract what you want, okay? Child, I might even suggest rubbing a crystal, lighting a candle, a pink or red one specifically, or white one if you ain't got no other colors, and just meditating on attracting what you are attracted to, attracting that chemistry, attracting that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, focus on that. But what I want to say is that I feel like we often make a list of what we want out of a person, and then when we meet somebody that we might be interested in dating or being with, if they don't have something on that list, we feel like, oh, I can't be with you. I'm settling if I'm with you. But I feel like sometimes we expect too much out of each other. Ultimately, everybody is just trying to figure their shit out. And you might have figured this part out, but you haven't figured something else out in your life. And the other person, they may have figured out the same thing that you're having a problem figuring out, but they can't find out something you figured out. Like, everybody is not always in the same place in their lives. But what you do want to find is somebody who can be with you and enjoy the things that you enjoy. But at the same time, it's always nice to have somebody that can come through and wear that thing out safely. Okay, and without STDs, okay? So I would suggest just opening yourself up to attract people and dating and having a good time, and not always feeling like whoever you deal with has to check off things on the list. Just remember, you're a grown-ass woman, and to keep your emotions in check based off of what you see. So if you having sex and, you know, occasionally getting banged out by a fuck nigga who has amazing dick, just remember, don't fall for said fuck nigga, okay? Masturbate before you meet up with him, okay? Get yourself together before you meet up with him, as to not let your vagina sign checks that your ass can't cash. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I had to say that a few times to get that out the right way, but you know, never mind. Okay. But yeah. Girl, you sound like you living a great life. Like, as an old cooped up married person, you sound like you are living a great life, okay? So just enjoy it. Enjoy where you are at this point in your life. That will come. Like, I know, like, a lot of my sis out there that feel like, oh, I haven't found a man yet. What's wrong with me? There is nothing wrong with you. God just probably feels like, you know, a little bit more time is needed to bake your nigga, wherever he may be. Okay, so just stay steadfast in your faith that it will happen for you, because that's something that you want. Meditate about it and enjoy getting to know different people. That's another thing. Like, enjoy dating, enjoy being out there, and not taking whatever relationships you have so seriously because you haven't found that one yet. So just enjoy, be juicy, like, enjoy. That's my advice to y'all. That's what I gotta say. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of MFN Advice. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share the video if you know somebody that needed this advice. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.